Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for this video because at Hobby Lobby I found cold transfer stickers. You can add these to glass, ceramic, wood, plastic, metal, paper, and cardboard. These remind me exactly of UV DTF transfers. DTF transfers have really gotten popular in the crafting world. UV DTF is essentially a sticker, but it's printed with UV ink and cured with UV light. Then it is printed on a film and you can apply it to your blank. The adhesive on it is super strong. I don't know for sure if these Hobby Lobby ones are UV DTF, but they do look so similar to me. I can't wait to test these out in the video and let you know how they worked for me. Let me know if you've tried them and what your experience was as well. These range from $2.49 to $2.79. These first couple have 6 to 7 stickers in one pack, and they are all $2.49. I love how bright and colorful these are, and it's really easy when you have multiple colors because you don't have to cut them all out separately and layer them. However, these are more expensive than if you are using vinyl rolls or vinyl sheets. I didn't do the math because there's so many different sizes, so it can definitely vary. These next few sheets are cut perfectly for vinyl wraps, so I could see how it would be really useful for those. These last two are $2.79, so they're 30 cents more, and I'm not sure why because they look the exact same to me. Now let's get started. I found these hotel keychains at Hobby Lobby, and I loved these because it had that little confetti look on the clear keychains, and they were $2.79. Before adding these to your blank, I recommend cleaning it with rubbing alcohol just like you would with adhesive vinyl. Now let's open this one up. I'm going to grab the 3 smiley faces for the keychain. Also on the back, it gives a little bit of instructions that you can follow. For my keychain, I'm going to use those 3 little smiley faces. I decided to go right ahead and peel that clear film off the backing, and look how easily it removed from it. After that, I just lined it up on the keychain. Then I took my squeegee, and I recommend a squeegee with a felt edge because that just removes any air bubbles. It works so well, and I didn't have any issues with air bubbles. Then I went in and removed that clear sheet. It applied really easily. It does have the tiniest clear border around the edges, which obviously vinyl does not have. Now let's try just a plain mug from the Dollar Tree. I follow the same process by cleaning it with rubbing alcohol before adding the sticker. I placed it on the mug first just to make sure that it was going to be a good size. I measured the decal and it was 2 1/4 by 2 1/4, which is a good size. I usually do about 2.5 to 3 inches for my mugs. Once again, the film removed really well. You could always take a squeegee and scrape it down just to make sure before doing that though. Then I lined it up on my mug. I always like to press it down on the center first, then I work my way out, and I always find that to be the best way to apply vinyl or these decals. I just took my squeegee again to make sure it was pressed down really well on the mug. I also didn't have any issues with bubbles with this either. And I just removed that film, and I was really happy with how this looked on the mug. It just looks great. It reminds me of vinyl. You can feel it on the surface just like vinyl, and it's not like sublimation where it infuses into the mug. Now let's try glass tumblers. I found these at Hobby Lobby for $14.99, and it comes in a pack of 4. For the mug that I just did, I feel like I could just easily use black vinyl for that and it would be a lot cheaper, but I am excited to try this out on the tumbler because I feel like this would be super convenient for tumbler wraps. These glass cans are 20 ounces. I feel like the standard size is usually 16 ounces for these. That's what I usually purchase from Amazon. I tested the size for this wrap on the glass and it looks like it's going to fit perfectly, obviously because these are both from Hobby Lobby. I removed the clear film, and I was thinking that it might be easier to line this up keeping that backing on there. So I don't know if this is the best way, but I do love this cup cradle that I'm using. I use it all the time. It's amazing. I bought it from Amazon, and I'll link it down in my description box if you are wanting something like that. Like I said, I can see how these would be so great for tumbler wraps because it's super fast. You don't have to cut it out on your cutting machine, weed it, or layer all the different colors. Like I said, it stuck down really well to the glass and it was easy to remove that film. I would just make sure you do it slowly though, just to make sure everything was stuck down well. This looks super pretty. I decided I wanted to add a little saying in the center just to add a little bit more to it. I started to place it down, and as I did, I just felt like it looked pretty busy, so I decided I was going to remove it, and I just barely had a tiny bit of the center down, and as I picked it back up, it was stuck down really good. So I tried to line it back up as best as I could to try to save it, and it ended up looking fine. But I will say this is definitely less forgiving than vinyl, because vinyl, if you just barely place it down, you can still pick it back up most of the time and realign it. Here's how it looks after it's done. It is really cute. I will do a wash test at the end of the video so you can see how this washes as well. I also found these neon cups from Hobby Lobby, and I thought they were so fun, especially for the summer. You can do a lot of different things with these if you're having some type of party or birthday party. I'm going to add the yellow daisy wrap around the yellow cup. I tried seeing if it would fit, and the cup is tapered and it just didn't seem like it was going to work well at all. So I decided what I was going to do for it is just cut out the daisies and apply them all separately. What's nice about these is you can cut out different pieces to make it fit with whatever blank you're putting it on. I tried to evenly space these out around the cup. Once I was done, I started turning it around to see how it looked, and there was one flower where it was just too much in one spot, so I tried to go in and remove it, and you guys, it is so hard. You just cannot peel it off once it's stuck down, so that is different than vinyl. Vinyl, you would be able to pick it back up if you don't like it. So I'll definitely say that is one downfall for me for this, because with vinyl, even though you can remove it, it still is permanent and you can still wash it. But now I'll just add these quickly to the other cups. I think I was getting just a little bit too lazy with it because I wasn't pressing it down as well as the other ones, and I did pick up a little bit of that little star, but you can just easily add it right back if it comes off. The same thing happened with this one. One of the stars came off, so I just added it back on. And here's how these cups turned out, nice and bright and colorful. I found so many different blanks at Hobby Lobby, I just wanted to try them all. So I found this little pouch and I thought it was really cute. It's just perfect to add vinyl on the front of it. I cleaned the surface with rubbing alcohol, then I added another one of those little stickers on, and it fit great on the pouch. I'm curious what you're thinking about these so far. Definitely let me know in the comments. Let me know if you've tried the Hobby Lobby ones or if you've tried any other brands of the UV DTF. I want to purchase some from 143 Vinyl, and hopefully I can get a video on that soon as well. Here's how this one turned out. Super cute and easy to put together. For my last project, I'm going to try this on a frosted glass mug. I'm not sure what size this is because I had it stashed in one of my mug baskets, but I think it's a 16 ounce. I totally forgot to measure this before I put it on it. So it was just a little bit too tall and just a tiny little bit too wide. I applied it the same way as the last one, and as you can see, when it gets turned all the way around, I didn't have it lined up perfectly, so that's a little tricky, especially with the squares. They need to line up better. I didn't have it sticking fully down, so I grabbed my scissors and I cut a little slim piece of it off. I would definitely recommend doing this not on the tumbler because that made it a lot trickier. After I had it cut off, you can see that the squares aren't lined up perfectly. So I think if I would have redone this, I would have kept the backing on and just slowly peeled it away. I think that would have been a little bit easier. I took my squeegee and pressed it all down. Then I started removing the film. And as I got to the very end with the film, I peeled off just a little bit of the sticker. So my tips for this is just to make sure you have every little piece pressed down well. And I just got a little too carried away and started pulling it too fast, so take that clear film off as slowly as you can. I tried piecing it back together and it just wasn't looking great, so I decided just to leave it and take it off. So that is one thing I will say about this. If you mess up, it is very difficult to go back in and fix it. It's curved at both edges, and I should have taken my scissors and just trimmed some of the sheet off, and I didn't do that because I forgot to kind of measure it, but I was trying to smooth it out here and make it look a little bit better, but this tumbler just didn't turn out that great, but this is the first time I'm using this, and everyone can learn from my mistakes. Here's just one last look at this, and then I am going to do a test wash for all of the cups. I let it sit for 24 hours before washing it because that's what you do with adhesive vinyl. I'm not sure if you have to do that with this, but it does say on the instructions to hand wash this and don't put it in the dishwasher. So I just ran these under my sink with water and Dawn dish soap. Here I'm just drying these off, and it looks like they all stayed on super well, which I'm not surprised by that because they are just impossible to peel off. So I think these will hold up pretty well. This was obviously just the first wash, so I'm not sure how many washes you can get out of them. Here's one more look at these. I think UV, DTF, or these cold transfer stickers definitely have their place in perks. It seems like these Hobby Lobby ones are pretty good quality. These are nice because they are super quick and easy. You don't have to cut them out, weed them, layer them. As long as I scraped the film down well and removed it slowly, they were easy to apply. I don't necessarily love how you can see a little clear film around the borders. They are also more expensive, and if you make a mistake, it's difficult to fix it. Once again, let me know your thoughts. I will also be posting their iron-on version of this soon, and I'll link that down in the description box. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I would love it if you subscribed if you are new to my channel.